from the Arlington National Cemetery, November the 11th, 1961.
Today we are here to celebrate and to honor and to commemorate the dead and the living. The young men who in every war since this country began have given testimony to their loyalty to their country and their own great courage. I do not believe that any nation in the history of the world has buried its soldiers further from its native soil than we Americans, or buried them closer to the towns in which they grew up. We celebrate this Veterans Day for a very few minutes, a few seconds of silence, and then this country's life goes on. But I think it most appropriate that we recall on this occasion and on every other moment when we are faced with great responsibilities, the contribution and the sacrifice which so many men and their families have made in order to permit this country to now occupy its present position of responsibility and freedom, and in order to permit us to gather here together.
My grandfather was a generous and caring man. He always gave to those in need. Although he never had a structured plan, he was never filled with greed. I miss my grandpa and his unconditional love. I will not fail. He will be happy. He watches and protects me every day. He will forever be above. He does indeed live in beauty. It is not a fable. I will be with him someday.
Veterans, the older and younger generations, both very different in principles, but united under one flag. This flag is not just cloth on a pole. It is not just a material object. It is a symbol that shows the sacrifices of our people, the blood of our people. It is our people. It is veterans who kept this flag intact. Through this cruelest of places, in the harshest conditions. Without them, we have no flag. Without them, we have no country. When you see an American flag, picture the many veterans who fought to keep it there. The Army, the Marines, the Air Force, the Navy, all deserve recognition for what they do for us and the country. There is a time for everything, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to uproot, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to tear down and a time to build, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to scatter stones and a time to gather them, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to search and a time to give up, a time to keep and a time to throw away, a time to love and a time to hate, a time for war and a time for peace.